Hey guys, it's Steven. Somewhere around 75 to 80% of market highs and lows occur in the first hour the market's open. So if you don't have a trade going on in that first hour, what you're doing is trading chop the rest of the day, the majority of the time. And I'll bet that on trend days, when that high and low isn't captured in that first hour, that most of you are trying to trade against trend during that time. So the trend days aren't even working out. This is one of the reasons that I developed the opening power bar strategy, so that many of you could have at least some type of trade that you could do at or around the market open. I've done several videos on how this strategy works. It's super simple. All you do is mark the pre-market high and the pre-market low, take a power bar trade that originates near the pre-market high or the pre-market low. You're shorting if it originates near the high and is moving lower, and you're obviously buying if it originates near the low and is moving higher. And then ideally look to take profit as the market penetrates the pre-market low in this case. So I had a lot of questions about the trade, even though I think it's super simple. I had a lot of questions about it. And so I had a developer develop an indicator, the opening power bar strategy, that makes it even simpler. And a lot of you guys have been asking about the indicator. It was finally finished a couple of days ago and it's live now. And I wanted to quickly run through what I found for August of how the indicator did and just give you guys a preview. This isn't the be all end all of me showing the indicator, but I was pretty excited to see how it performed in August. And I literally just put it down on paper and wanted to share with you guys what those numbers look like. In August, there were 21 trading days. 8 days, the indicator gave no signal. And literally, I just went through on the chart here for August. 8 days, no signal was given, so there was no trade with the indicator. 9 days, there was a successful trade initiated with the indicator where profit could be taken. 3 days, the indicator signaled entry, either a short or a long at the open or near the open, and the trade was stopped out, meaning the power bar formed, the trade was taken at the end of the power bar, and then the market reversed in the other direction, stopping out the entry at the end of the power bar. So basically 75% in August of the trades that were taken were successful using the indicator. What was super exciting for me was that the 3 days where the indicator failed, the market turned around and reversed the power bar relatively quickly. And in each of those 3 days, if a trade were taken in the other direction of the power bar, so basically as the stop out was happening, if a trade were taken in the direction of the stop, it would have been successful. So what was happening was the market was rejecting that power bar on the 3 days that the indicator resulted in a stop loss. But if a trader had entered in that opposite direction, what the market was saying was basically, no, I'm not going that way. I'm going the other way with power in the other direction. And when it did that, it continued in that direction. So that would have resulted in a winning trade on those 3 days after that first initial losing trade that was a stop loss. There was one day in the month that the indicator misfired. I saw a trade, but the indicator would have gotten someone who was just relying on the indicator into the trade late, and then the trade would have failed as a stop loss, and the market didn't continue in that direction the way I was just describing. So those are my early returns on how the indicator is working. Again, this is a relatively short video. I'm shooting on a weekend. I'm not going into depth on the indicator. The indicator is super simple, just like the trade is. And I'll put a link to the indicator in the comments below. I'll also put a link to the power bar strategy. If you haven't seen one of my videos on the power bar strategy, I've done, I guess, 4 or 5 at this point. And I'll also link to one of those videos at the end of this video. But to those of you who I promised to show the indicator to, I wanted to get this out so that you guys could see it and see what it looks like and give you the data on how the indicator performed for the month of August, which is the first month that I'm looking back and testing the results. So thank you for watching this video. Please hit like and subscribe if you found this helpful and would like more videos on super simple setups. And again, I appreciate all of you guys who have been asking about the indicator as I've been going through getting it developed this past couple of months. Thank you again for watching this video.